Good afternoon, gang. Okay, yeah, I'm still trying to catch up with this losing an hour. It's messing me up here. It's going to be 1 o'clock by the time this thing gets up later than lunch. So a couple of things first, real quick. I posted the response I got from the generator from Affery here, so y'all can read their response. They are apologetic for this, but they said that basically y'all bought them out. So they are not going to have any more inventory until mid-May. They said that they will honor the $988 price then. They will let us know. So we'll see what happens. I mean, obviously a lot can happen between now and mid-May. Who knows what happens? I posted it verbatim up there, copy and paste exactly what they said, so you guys know that. So there's that piece of information. Second one, I know everybody dumped Google and Bing and everything like that as a search engine ages and ages ago and went to DuckDuckGo. Quick heads up, DuckDuckGo has said that they are now going to remove any independent media sites from their search results, and they are only going to post mainstream media. So if you want to look up something, guess what? You'll get CNN and MSNBC and all the other liberal outlets, ABC, CBS, PBS, NBC, whatever it would be. You won't get the truth. So, guys, easy thing to do today, dump DuckDuckGo. Real good one to go to. I flipped over to this a couple of months ago. There's a browser by the name of Brave, Brave, okay, and it is excellent, no problem. I don't have any problems with it. It works perfect. It'll move all your passwords right over with it that you had from Google or DuckDuckGo or anything. Everything works fine. And they're not restricting any searches. So you'll still get all the returns, not just the ones they want you to see. So Brave is not caving to Big Brother, DuckDuckGo has. Just giving you that. All right, so we're going to go in further into this Silicon Valley Bank deal and some of the latest that has come out, because as you guys know, this happened on Friday, and the public doesn't pay attention to things over the weekend. Some of us do. All right. So as many of you pointed out, a lot of their clients are institutional. They're corporate clients, okay, which is something that could cause a problem. And I pointed this out the other day, speculating on it, and now we're seeing it. For those of you that are familiar with Etsy, the website where DIYers can sell their wares or whatever it is, I've got stuff that my daughter's bought me from Etsy. I've actually sold stuff on Etsy in the past. I think I told you guys about selling chestnuts on there one time. Etsy had a lot of their money, something like 75%, in Silicon Valley Bank. And Etsy has now come out and told their salespeople to expect delays in getting paid. Because obviously when you buy something online, you pay the company, and then the company pays you. Etsy's like, gee, you know what? We can't pay the people because we can't access our money. So there is the first problem. They also have, this is what's not being reported, a whole lot of individual investors. This isn't just a bank that catered to the startups and the tech industry and just had business clients and stuff like that. There were a lot of people that had their individual bank through them. All right, there were lines in Manhattan, New York. Silicon Valley Bank is based out of Silicon Valley, California, branch in Manhattan. People couldn't get their money out. The funniest part about this one is, I guess, Prince Harry and the witch he married supposedly had a bunch of their money in Silicon Valley Bank, and guess what? They ain't getting it out, at least right now. So, there are individuals that got whacked on this too. This isn't just corporations. But the big question comes in now as to what happens tomorrow morning. Now, I told you guys last night about the lines of people that were photographed standing in front of a First Republic bank, or multiple First Republic banks. This has happened, and there was just photos from one of them. People trying to get their money out of that bank. This is another bank in the San Francisco Bay Area, Silicon Valley over there, a little bit south of the city, that their stock tanked on Friday. So there's speculation that they could go under this coming week. Total speculation, guys. I'm just saying. Okay, so don't go, oh my God, I've got an account there, panic. Got an account there, I go get some money out. All right, but this isn't a collapse of the banking system yet. Now, the Fed and the Treasury are saying, oh, don't worry, we've got everything under control to handle the Silicon Valley Bank crash, collapse, whatever you want to call it, going out of business. The problem is 95% of the assets that were held at Silicon Valley Bank were not FDIC insured. In other words, they were accounts that were over $250,000. A lot of corporations had accounts there. So you have a lot of companies that are going to go out of business, right? Which means there's a lot of companies that are going to have a lot of layoffs in Silicon Valley. And this is all going to be a trickle effect again, okay? Roku is a big one that had a ton of their money there. Gee, guess what? Roku may not last long. We'll see what happens. Well, of course, now the vultures come out. And you have hedge funds that are talking about, we'll buy the bank, whatever was there. Hedge funds are offering about 60 cents on the dollar for the bank. Now, mind you this, you get all the assets and everything. When you buy the bank, you're agreeing to make the depositors whole, but you also want all the assets, which would be that 57% that's treasury bonds, any buildings, any equipment, whatever it would be, and they want to pay 60 cents on the dollar, okay? Highway robbery. Better than nothing, right? Okay, and this is kind of what the Fed's going to look at. There's rumors, of course, that Elon Musk was going to buy it out. Of course, the shareholders of Tesla are saying, hell no, hell no, hell no, but he can do whatever he wants. If he wants to buy it, he can buy it. There are now rumors that you have some of the big banks, the Wells Fargos, Bank of America, JP Morgan, Chase, whatever would be, may be interested in buying the bank. Okay, again, they're going to buy it at a deep discounted price. Of course, you also have the stories on, are we going to have a bailout, not bail in of the banks, okay? Kind of hard to bail in when the bank has $1 billion less in cash than they have in deposits, all right? They don't have the money. So fortunately, a lot of people got their money out before the Fed came in and said, you're shut down. Some of the people were saved. But that in tune kind of tells you what's going on. There's a lot of people that are saying, hell no, do not bail them out. I talked about Bernie Marcus yesterday from Home Depot saying no. You've got the one presidential candidate, was it Vivek Ramaswamy? I can't pronounce his last name, Ramaswamy, whatever it would be. Don't bail them out. There's a whole lot that are saying, hey, get woke, go broke. All right. And that's exactly what this was. This was a totally woke bank. All right. Here's the reason why I'm saying count on a bailout. Because today's March 12th. What happens in a month and 3 days, guys? Taxes are due, right? Okay. And like I said, Roku lost a ton of money. Disappeared. Etsy doesn't have any money. And I gave you a laundry list the other day of companies that had their assets in Silicon Valley Bank. Remember I said 95% of that money was not insured. Okay, so it just disappeared, vanished into thin air. So now April 15th comes along and the IRS says, where's our money? The excuse of, my bank went out of business, I don't have it, the IRS is not going to care. All right. So this is where it's going to get real interesting. The government will go in and bail out Silicon Valley Bank with your money so that all these woke companies can get their money back so they can pay the government. See how that works? Laundering money. is basically what this is. They're taking your money and my money to make up for somebody else's complete screw up, but the government comes out smelling like a rose because they were able to steal your money and put it in their pockets. See how that works? Tomorrow morning is going to be interesting because if we have First Republic or any other bank, I mean, mind you guys, we had two on last week. Okay, the big one, Silicon Valley Bank, is the one that got talked about. The other one that went under on Thursday, that one wasn't talked about so much. That was, because of the crypto markets. This one was retail and institutional money. Okay. What happens when you get a bank like First Republic, which is primarily retail individuals, you and me, that goes under? Or what other bank could it possibly be? If we have another one go under Monday, Tuesday, expect to see a mass financial panic, my opinion, okay? Because you had one that was kind of quiet. You had one that was kind of loud. You get another one. Again, fool me once, fool me twice, fool me three times. What is it? Turns into, once, then it's a coincidence, then it's a pattern, okay? 3 would make a pattern. I'm going to stick by what I said. Guys, make sure you've got assets outside of a bank at this point. And if you do have your assets in a bank, make sure they're in multiple places, that you're not a one-trick pony, all your eggs in one basket. This week is going to get very interesting. And from what the Sunday morning talk shows were all talking about, this was the big topic. I mean, Janet Yellen was out there, Jerome Powell was out there, Kevin McCarthy was out there, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And they're all singing a different tune. But you can bet that when the uniparty all gets together, they're going to figure out how to protect their ass and not yours. Pinball out.